All right, I can't believe it. This is working the first time. My name's Brian with EvoDynamic, and this is a live stream of part 3 of our dynamic discovery process. Welcome aboard here. We are live on Facebook and YouTube, and we will be putting this together. This is our third session, our first two sessions. First, we did an idea web for our app idea, and then second, we identified the minimum viable sellable product. So the idea web, we just smattered all of our ideas on the whiteboard that relate to the app idea. The app idea is an accountability tool app for kind of sharing weekly goals with a small group of people. I use that kind of process with my mastermind group because we hold each other accountable. We tell each other what we're doing, what we're planning on doing, and what we've done and how we've accomplished our goals. It's been a couple weeks since we did the last session. I got fogged in to Chicago, and then I got fogged out of Duluth. So I spent the night in Chicago a couple weeks ago, which sapped a bunch of my time that week. And then our little sweet Betsy, she got run over by the dog, whacked the back of her head, and she spent 3 nights in the hospital. She's been off school all week this past week, and we hope that she can be on her way back to school, if not Monday, by midweek this week. Severe concussion. She had struggled with her balance, struggled with her speech, struggled with her vision. And right now, it's just a little bit of balance and duration of concentration. Like she'll get a headache and struggle focusing on something. We've got this little chart where you have little squares, and you take these stickers off of here, you put them on the numbered square, and the numbers kind of really irritate her. But let's jump into what we're doing here. I think that's the right screen. Yep. So we're in diagrams.net. This is a new way for me to do dynamic discovery. Just kind of decide if I'm going to make this small app idea and go through the process. Let's try this free tool so that people can get in here and do it for free. So if I go in here, I should be able to start and just get things loaded up. And I have an existing diagram, so I'm going to open my existing diagram. I hope this works. Control-Shift-B shuts off your little shortcut bar on your browser if you're doing that. I ran into this problem last time. Open existing diagram, and I click on it and nothing happens. So I'll do a little Control-F5, try that, get things to reload here. Of course, it's the demo demons. There we go. The demo demons. When you do something live, the demo demons come out to play. I'm working on 7 cups of water a day for health, one of my pillars in life, as we wait for this connection to happen here. I've also been struggling with my Deco device. I'm on priority streaming. It says, YouTube says, this is excellent connection. And here we go. Brian at EvoDynamic.com will connect to that account. And that should pull up our diagrams that we've been working on. Automatic login interrupted. Please close and try again. Oh, I rebooted that tab. Well, let's try it again. Open existing diagram. Be patient. And it works. I love it when the kids print and it doesn't work in print and it doesn't work in a print and it doesn't work, and then we finally get the printer turned on and it prints like 10 copies of their homework. Alright, so it stinks when I take an extra week off and stuff in between. So we got apps. Oh yeah, there we go. An accountability goal tool. I think we just have one. Oh no! Folder is empty. Let's go recent. Is it in here? In documents? Oh, I don't want to lose my work. How do I open this? Well, this may be leading me back towards Lucid Charts. In the past, I've used Lucid Charts for all of this type of work. Let me check that folder. EvoDynamic, apps, accountability goal 2. There it is. It's right there in the folder. It's up in the cloud. So I don't know why it's not finding it. Oh, now what do we got? File, open from recent. Yeah, the connecting up has just been below my expectations. So the first day we put all these items on our chart, and the second day we kind of pulled these blue ones to the middle and pushed the white ones, clear ones out to the sides. And we decided this is our minimum viable, sellable product. Something that's worthwhile, it actually does something of value, and now we're going to build out the workflow. So part 3 of dynamic discovery is creating a workflow for the app. What happens next, what decision points are met along the way, and what data is being used. The workflow gives an opportunity for us to define a lot of the business rules when we're building out a piece of software as well. So make sure and don't skip these steps. I was just sharing with a colleague last week that I was going to start building this tool by starting to write code in software. And he said, really? You're not going to follow dynamic discovery? I'm like, oh, I know all that. And there's a lot of value in doing dynamic discovery for any software idea or product, or even enhancement, whether it's internal, whether it's for the open market, whether it's the next Facebook. Dynamic discovery will give you a knowledge and an insight to your tool that's going to speed your development. It's going to make a better quality development. It's going to make a better app. So, all that being said, let's dive into today's task, and that is creating the workflow for this app. So once we get this app built and we get it published up, I want to be able to go in, register as a user, invite my friends, enter my goals, and share them with my friends that were invited, and see their goals that they've entered in, and get some push notifications that, hey, Johnny entered his goals, or Davey entered his goals. And we're looking at a web app, but the more I'm thinking about it, I want the mobile app. I think the mobile app is key. But if you don't have a web app along with it, you get to pay Apple a bunch of your fees for hosting it in the App Store. If you have a web app, you can have people register and have the mobile app as a feature for your app that is an online app. So this version is going to be a web app. I'm going to stick with that idea, and then the second version, or the next feature we add, will probably be a mobile app, and it may follow really closely behind. So we're going to start with a web app, and we're going to start with the workflow, and we're going to add a new page in diagrams.net, a free tool out there from Google, and I'm going to go over here to the left and expand flow chart, and a nice little circle is the way to start. So we'll just start up here, just come on here. Oh wow, I can put a label underneath it. Huh. Interesting, I wanted something inside of that. Guess it doesn't do that. Lucid Charts, you just put the stuff inside. Let's see if the next step can do that. So start, the app is up and running, somebody logs in and navigates to the URL. I want them to be able to register. So let's see. what shapes are like off-page reference, on-page reference. This is kind of helpful. They've got kind of describing what these are used for. Oh, so that's the start. So there's just more. There we go. I can go with that. This is kind of the off-page reference thing. So start at website, and the first thing I want to do is I want to go on the, let's look at these other ones while I'm at it. Start, terminator means that's the end of something. Sort, multiple documents, internal storage. Ooh, I like that one. We might use that for some of the database diagramming, some of the database field. What information are we gathering from folks? A little delay, a card, annotation. That's handy. Decision tree. That's one of the most common tools we use. So an idea comes in, or the flow comes into the top, and then the decision, it asks a question inside and says, what do you want a yes or no question, basically. And then you can go out the side or out the bottom for the flow, and that's how your flow divides up. This is an exact extract or measurement, merge or sort. That makes sense. Tape. Looks like a piece of tape. Sequential data, summing junction. Yeah, I don't use all these. Database. I don't use that one much. I use this for some of my data stuff. And then a manual operation. We use that in our other diagrams. Or this or that. This and that. Process. This is the most common one we'll use. And then store data. So somebody starts at the website, and on that website they're gonna see information describing the app and stuff. As well, they are going to be able to register or log in. So we actually want to move this down, and we want to bring in, are they, wow, there it is. Get our decision here. Current or new user. And then we can, that's going to break our flow in a couple different directions. So new user, registration form. So there'll be a registration form to get this new user in there. And do they have notes? Lucidchart has like post-it notes. Basic. That seems like that's what it would be. Scratchpad. Interesting. So not general, not miscellaneous, basic. Arrows, entity relationship. UMLs are nice. But I think I'm going to use that other one. Oh, if I right click on it, can I add a note? Lucidchart allows you to do that too, so I can edit data, I can edit link. What's edit data? Interesting. Style, text, arrange. Alright. So registration form. UML wasn't helpful. Entity relation. Oh, there's our crazy stuff. Tables and datas. There we go. That might be useful. We'll just bring this guy out here. And for registration, I want to first name, last name, email, address, text, 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 text. It's not showing me how to add another field onto there. Oh, lots of properties. That's kind of cool. Looks good. Yeah, I'm going to scratch this because I don't know how to use it. You know, the best kind of software that you'll use. So if you don't use it, it's worthless to you. So I'm just going to use a different little box here and go make this really easy. First name, last name, email address, phone number, and then the Stripe payment and discount code. So if they have a discount code, they can maybe get some money off in there. So if I go back here, they can, user can name, email, notifications, self and group. So that'll come later, some of those other ones. But at this point in the flow, they're going to sign up and pay. So those are two concepts. So we've got start the website. Oop. Go to there. If they're Lucid Charts, you just click on here. There we go. And you can get some text on there. So this is a new user. And they can get the registration form, get that up there pretty. Just bring this down here, give that a little color so it's not part of the flow diagram. That's our data model for that registration form. First name, last name, email, phone, and we'll use Stripe payment. So Stripe payment might be above what we need at this point in the game. So once they register, we want them to land on the home user page. On the home user page, they're going to have a bunch of choices. Over here, we want a login form. And then that's where they come from here. Boink. And then from here, they're going to land in the same place as these guys. So line those up. So that's our flow so far. So we got everything going on. Got some payments going on. I got that. They got a discount code. And this is for a regular user. I can grab everything here. Move it over to get it. Oops. Move it over to get it on the page. From the home page, there's a bunch of choices that they can choose from. So we'll just bring this up a little bit. On the home page, some of the things we talked about was invite a friend, see friend list, set view my goals, see my goal history. So from the user homepage, I can see my goal history, view my goals, see my friend list. And their goals, view my goals, see my goal history, invite a friend. All right, so we've got a whole bunch of workflows that come out of the user's homepage. So inviting a friend, start at website. So we could also come in from a friend invitation. So we're going to have some loopy stuff around here. I want to see my friends. And view my goals. And see my goal history. And then there's one more. I wonder if I'm going to try that. If I hold Alt and click on this, nope. Click on that, now hold it, nope. That works in Lucid Charts. So, and then I can adjust my settings. So that's where some of those other settings will come in that I want. So from the home page, I can choose kind of my route to go. So so from my view my goals, ooh, nice. That's kind of handy. What was that third one? Oh, copy. That's how you copy. All right. It's nice. I love learning. Learning is the best thing in the world. So if I choose from my home page to invite a friend, then I need to see a form. I think our get the first name and email for that friend, and that'll send out an email to them. So that'll create a flagged user in the system with just a name and an email and a link to me. So once I do that, there'll be an action by the system. Email sent to the user, not user because they aren't, to new friend. And that's going to have a link to take us to the Are You a Current User or a New User page. Actually, we might go, yeah, we're going to go, no, we want that page. So from there we can go to, I want to come into the side of there. Sweet, that works pretty good. And then just bring that down there. So, bam, email is sent to the friend. And I get sent back to, so we're going to move this, I get sent back to my home page for future excitement. All right, let's move these guys over. So lots of moving over. So now on my home page, I probably want to see, my friends and my goals on the home page. So that's like the main home page right there. So from my user's home page, I can see that. That's standard. I can see, how do I add another arrow? I can view my goals. I can see my goal history. And I can adjust my settings. So what's the logic? So if I can see my friend list, list of friends with their goals or pending invitations and a button to invite. So that button to invite will take you over there. The pending invitations. So the list will be a list with their goals underneath them, or a pending invitation. Hey, Johnny's pending, David's got 0 goals set right now, and a button to invite. That button will take me over to invite a friend. So actually we're going to get rid of this line here. And we're going to move all of this down here. We're going to take this line and bring it out. Line up. And then we're going to take this line and bring it out. I'm going to bring a line from here. So if I want to invite a friend, I end up on there. And then if I want to, and then I just see the list of friends. And their goals. And their due dates. And I see mine. So these are probably all together. I got Brian, my goals, Davey's goals, Johnny's goals, and I just see them. That's my user homepage. That's the main point of the whole app. So when I open up the app or the web page, I see, oh yeah. And then I can go and say, hey, Johnny, you haven't set any goals this week. What is up with that? So I can give them some feedback. Let's get rid of this little line here. Move this back in place. So this can go simplified up there. Can't select text in here the way I'd like to. Control A and stuff doesn't work. So user's homepage. See friend list and all of our goals. All right. So that's going to take care of that. Notice how this just kind of flows. It's changing all the time as we go. So from here, I've got a button to invite. Get rid of that. Get rid of this. Bring this down. Connect it up. All right. From my friend list, I need a button to add a goal. So from here I can add a goal. So from here I can take this button and add a goal. and see my goal history. So there's a button on that page there. There we go, tidy these things up. I'm a little OCD about tidying these things up, but that's the way we want it so that it all makes sense. So the system's going to send the email, and the user is going to go back over here. So we're going to make the system colors. So what's the system going to do? It's going to do the blue stuff. And so we're going to change this line over here. Bring that line up. So the user goes back to here while the system in the background takes care of this stuff on its own. System's going to take care of the payments here. Let's just throw that in. Nah, we're good. All right. So button to add a goal. So when I add a goal, we're going to have, oh yeah, try this quick launch stuff. I'm just going to put it in here to make it simpler. So target date, description. That's it. This is a simple app. So target and description. Let's see, can I do, I can't select text. I would like to select the bottom two to kind of differentiate them like that as their data. So once I add a goal, dun dun, boom, and then here I should also be able to check off goals. So this should be a checklist. So no note, huh? Edit data, edit link. Yeah, I do like Lucid Chart better for this. Once I add a goal, that's going to take me back to here. Or to be consistent to here. So if we grab these two guys and we bring them down, grab this guy and bring him down, we got room for that crossover there to get back up there. So I add a goal, boom, boom, back up to the top. And I can see my goal history. So I can just, this will be just like a Todoist or something with a big old checklist. So I got a button to see my goal history. And then I can exit back out of that and go back into here. Oops. Control Z works. That's good. So I'm just going to drag this guy down here, bring that up. I'm going to see my goal history, and that's going to bring it up into here. And then adjust my settings. So when do I want to get notified? What kind of automations are we going to have here? So this is the user flow. So when they do that, they're going to get an email sent to a friend. Bring that in a little bit. Right click and send to back. I'm going to bring this over here onto the page. There we go. So we've got a nice workflow here. So adjust my settings. So the settings that we have so far, my name, my email, phone, Stripe, discount code, and now I want to be able to what kind of notifications are we going to get? So I added a goal. What happens? It sends me back to the home page, saves it in the database. So that's given. But then I want to notify friend of goal. I think I'm just going to get rid of that, because from there, and that's just off on the side, it's going to do that here, same thing, use that blue. So we're going to notify a friend of this goal that we've set, and that's going to notify them. That may be an email, that may be a SMS. We haven't really defined that yet. So notify the friend of a goal, see my goal history. It's gonna replace the home screen and put a goal history there, and then adjust my settings. First version of this is not going to have SMS, I don't think. What do we got over here? A push notification, so that's not happening in the first version. So to go, no, yeah, you can do that in the web. Yeah, we'll do a push notification. The money in the pot for this is the mobile app, so that I can just do that. And then the hard-coded discount code is kind of my shortcut for some of this. So I've got all this, and then yeah, we need a reset password mechanism. So let's make sure we get that in here. So the registration form. Just grab all this and make us some more room. And reset password. So if you got a login form, wrong one. Oh, let's try the shortcut way. Yep, there we go. If you need to reset your password, that's an option. And then if you need to log in successful, that's an option. Which will take you into the app. If it's, then that's yes. And then reset password, no. Reset password, yes. Alright, so start website is there. So they're going to send a link to the user to reset a password. So that kind of person, that's going to be a blue, because that's the server's going to do that. And then they're going to land on a new start page. So reset from password link. So that's going to go and trigger that, and then this guy's going to go to a password reset form. Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. So I've got a special link with a little secret code in it to do that, and that will bring them out to the login form. Likey? Alright, so this send the link will give the email to your friend, and it'll bring them to here. To kind of start their flow in this. Oh, no, not your friend. To you, to reset your password. That'll bring you in there. But at the same time, I was thinking about this. Email to your friend, and the email will actually bring your friend up to the registration form. No, the current user or new, because you don't know if they already have an account, because they already have an accountability partner. So that system email will send a new person into this page here, which is basically started the website. Let's move it up there. Didn't think I had a hold of you. There we go. So that'll start them at the website going into this current user or new user thing. This will send them the password link, take them through this workflow. If login is successful, yes. And then next, another version, we could have a more logic in here. But for now, login successful, yes. We're going to go take you to the bottom. Usually the best choice is on the bottom. So we want to do that. And the not so good choice is off to the side, or the not so common choice. And this is no, login was not successful. Go that way. Password reset. Yes, please. Yes. All right. The system sends that email, goes out. Adjust my settings. I'm going to get a form. It's a little laggy. My mouse is too fast here. And for first version, you're not going to change your email. That's our identifier. But you could change your first name, last name, phone number. You're going to have to talk to us on the phone to change your payment information on this first draft. This is an MVP. And the other thing you can change is your notifications. So notifications, friend adds goal, friend completes goal, and goal is due today. My goal is due today, or friend's goal is due today. And we're going to give them one more field. What time do you want to know this? Those are the notifications, and then notification time. So there's your form. It's got all those fields on it. There we go. A form to change those things. And then after that, guess what? it sends us back to the beginning. And we're just going to bring this down here, line it up over here with all the rest. So that's the flow of our app. What are we missing? These two need to go up 1 square. Oh, 2 squares. So I can adjust my settings, what's going to happen with it. That's going to come up here and send back to the user page. Get that down, lined up. Get this one down, lined up. Get this one down and lined up. There we go. So all those come back into the home page. On the home page, I see a list of my friends and their goals. I can add a goal. I can see my goal history. I can adjust my settings. So if I check off a goal, made a line and everything. So if I check off a goal, yeah, doesn't think the way I think. I think Lucidchart does that a little better too. It's going to update it in a database, and it's going to check my friend notifications if they need to be notified. And then you know what that means. This should actually be, let's see if we can do that. Change shape. Edit style. No. Edit shape. Yeah. Lucidcharts lets you change that shape to something else. So if we go in here, and we're going to go with the decision tree. Friends to notify. Yes or no. If it's a yes, we're going to notify them. And then that's an end. Is that what they called this? No, that's the start. Oh, that start is round. That start. Okay, so they. I just didn't see that before. And that's a terminator. Terminator. Notify friends, nothing else to do. Notify friend of goal, that's another terminator. Terminator. Nothing else for the system to do there. Friends to notify, yes. Friends to notify, no. You know where that's going to go, don't you? Terminator. Alright, so we need a timer that's going to do these due today goals and check the notification time for this user and what they're up to. If I can get these all lined up, that would make me happy. Huh. Yeah, they're not lining up. Alright, so what else does this app do? Invite our friends, payment, renewals. So we need, so that's the entry point, that's an entry point. Start from the website. Got a link to email a friend that has a code to connect that friend to you. And we're just gonna have another starter, right? Background services. Let's use the right start. So service, server, services. Doesn't matter because now I squashed it, so it looks like those anyway. So this guy is going to check it's going to wait. Gonna wait 5 to 15 minutes. And then it's going to decide if there is so is there a goal due today? Is it notification time or did notification passed? And is there a goal due today for me or my friends? So this is going to need a hidden field. Last notification. So is it past notification time? There we go. Is it past notification time and no last notification? So is it past time and there's no last notification? After time. So is it time and is there something possibly to do? So we got to decide how frequently, how robust do we want this app to be for notifying people. So this will come up and keep waiting if it's not. And this needs to check for everyone. Past notification for anybody. Is it past notification time for anybody? And if so, let's go and notify, check the notifications. So now we can go for this. So now we're going to loop. And they had a looping thing here. A loop limit. A manual input. Oh, cool. Data, predefined process, off-page operation. Yeah. So we'll just keep going with what we got here. So is it past time for anybody? And there's no notification, no last notification? Sure. And then I think we want another field up here. So the today goals, notification time day notification time, and then a new goal notices. Batch. Do you want to get all the goal notices at your daily time, or do you want the goal actions, setting a goal and completing goal, to come to you right away? So do you want them in batches or live? Day notifications, do you want them, what time do you want them? So this is it past notification time and no last notification after time for anybody? And then now we go round one. That's annoying. That's annoying. All right. Is it past notification time and there's no notifications done? Now we're going to put that up here. So our notifications turned on, and is it past time, and there's no new notification. And finally, are there goals due today? Are there goals due today? And then this was the yes. And this is the no. So no, we're going to go back here and see if there's another person left that needs to be checked. And then that might get you over to here with this no. All right. Are there goals due today? Yes. Send the notifications. Send them out. And if you send them out, then you go back here and try again as well. And these are all blue down here because this is all server services that the server's going to do all by itself. I'll have to do these one by one, huh? So the server's going to check every 5 minutes, see if anybody's done anything or whatever solution they got, and then it'll wait and it'll just keep looping. So this is a looping process. All right, so notify friends, set goals. I think we might be about done. That was an awesome display of fun and games. Let's check our MVP. So we've got an email service to reset the password, sign up and pay, brings you to the home page. Group list, so I can see my list of people. I've got some fields. I've got my goal list. Description, start date and due date. Let's get that in there, start date. Set my goal add a goal, target date, set date, target date, and description. I don't know that we're going to edit these goals at this point in time. I guess let's change this to add edit goal. Add or edit a goal. See my goal history. Yeah, maybe you get fogged into Chicago or fogged out of Duluth, or you end up in the hospital for 3 days. But really, what that ends up being is you didn't make the goal. And it's okay not to make your goals. I spent a lot of my life making every goal, and I wonder what else I could have made complete. And check the goal done, view my goal list, edit my settings, view group goals, onto the home page, invite group members. That's a web app. It's going to give push notifications and probably email notifications. So let's see how that looks. So push notifications and email notifications. Yeah, we need this to be in a phone and a mobile device to have a mobile device that does something good. Yes, no. Yes. Yes, no, yes, no. I wish things would line up better. Any other yeses? Yes. No. Yes, no. Reset password. No. Well, that's the success path, even though it's a no. Yes, and the password link. Anything else need to be blue for the server to do? Right. And then there's really an admin space as well. So if I log in as an admin, I need to see if they have an insert space. Found that in OneNote the other day, where you can insert space and push things down the page, because I do a lot of handwriting in OneNote, but I don't see it there. So as an admin, what has come off of here? Let's use that referencey thing, right? I don't know what that does. So there's a button here for the admin. And once I'm logged in, it'll see that I'm an admin. And it'll go from there, and it'll determine if I'm an admin or not. And if I am an admin, I get that button. From the admin, I go to my home page, and I see a list of all users. And I can contact them and say, hey, how's the app doing? What do you know about? What don't you know about? And for version 1, that's it. So we're going to add a notes field, a private notes field. So and then I can use this edit form. What is this? This square is square. And this one's rounded. Process. Where did I get this thing from? Is it just not big enough that it didn't round off? Oh well. So I can get a list of users and I can go back to the main home page. And I can edit them, so kind of shorten things out a little bit, but I can call the users, I can email them. So those will be call links and email links. Let's make that clear. So it makes it easy for me to talk to these people. The first people that use an app, you want to, they're your early adopters, and you want to build a relationship with them. What do we build next? What do we look at on here? We've made all these ideas, but we can get new ideas from those first early adopter users and add them to our whiteboard, and we can determine what turns blue next. What do we build next to increase the value of what we're building? So I think we're at a good wrapping point here. This is probably the hardest part of the process and one of the most important parts, because it really defines what the business rules are and the thoughts are. I like Lucid Charts better than Diagrams.net because I can add notes to these and I can pull post-it notes in here. What's that? Shadow. Yeah. So I don't see some of those features, but this works. You can get it done in Diagrams.net. Fill gradient line rounded. Dang, there we go. I love rounded for a UI, but for these flows I don't like rounded at all. So if I box these guys up and make them unrounded. Now we're just getting into my OCD a little bit. Oh, too many different things. I captured a line. Not rounded. Not rounded. And then it's going to be default to rounded, so it's going to keep annoying me throughout the lifespan of this Diagrams.net thing. So this should be saving automatically. I'm going to just save it. And then I wonder if I can export it. I think it would be wise to export it. Export as, oh nice. You can export it as an image file or a PDF file. That's nice. Publish a link. That's what we want to use at the end on our next version of this. So part 4, dynamic discovery, is to make a clickable working mock-up. And that'll be entertaining in Diagrams.net. But we want a clickable mock-up for this process so that somebody can see what it feels like to use it as a user. This is all running it in the back end. This is the guide for that. What screens do we need? What do they look like? And then the clickable mock-up's also a good way for a graphic designer to get in and get involved when you get to the next phase, or you kind of like what's going on and you're getting some positive feedback on your validation. That's step 5 of the dynamic discovery process, is validating what you've built before you've written any code to do it. So step 1 was our whiteboard, our idea web. We built out an idea web of all the ideas related to the app, and it's much better to do this in a group of 2 or 3. 3's a really good number, 3 people, because then you get more ideas and you bounce it off of. It's really good to do it with me because I've done this before. I know some of the ins and outs. I can take your idea and we can nurture it to a higher level. Part 2 of dynamic discovery is this blue spot here in the middle, identifying what's the minimum viable sellable product, what adds value internally or what adds value as an app that we could sell on there. Step 3 of dynamic discovery is exactly what we did today. This is our workflow, our business logic, all the steps. Is this done? Maybe. There's probably a few little pieces missing here and there, but at least it gets the mind going on what's there. And it's also a framework for when you start building it. After step 5, you build your app. You've decided to go there, you validate it. This is kind of your rule set to work with your development team on, does this work right? Does this do it? It also gives the development team opportunity to go, well, what about, should there be something else in here? We were thinking that you might want this or you might want that. So then you can grab everything and push it down. You just zoom out, you make a big box, you move everything down and you put in some steps and you get going there. But you keep working this document until it's solid as you get on the build phase. Next session, sometime this coming week, is, we're going camping next weekend. So many interruptions on this. But the next section is building the mockups. What does it look like? What does the before you logged in screen look like? What does it look like after you logged in? Where's the admin button? Where's the button to add a goal? Where's the button for this? So it's really putting a visual wrapper on the workflow. That's step 4, dynamic discovery. And step 5 of dynamic discovery is validation. Taking that mock-up and validating whether it's real. My name's Brian, I'm with EvoDynamic, and if you would like to do dynamic discovery with me and build out your app, I'd be happy to talk to you about that process and serve you in that way. If not, stay tuned and we'll get dynamic discovery part 4 up to you in the next couple of weeks. So I'm going to save this. That was sweet. I blabbed for a couple minutes and the saver triggered off here. Let me go full camera. Thank you for spending time with me. Thank you if you got this far in the video. Give it a like and a share so that we can make better software, because our mission is to serve and guide others to software systems excellence. This is Brian. Bye-bye.